That left this man with a brain injury.
Probably prevented a shooting tonight.
Why the family says the NYPD's explanation doesn't make sense.
So they sit there, they would tell lies. It's not right.
Just for a man who allegedly drove away from a traffic stop in Astoria, led police on a chase, and then crashed into a cyclist. With that cyclist in critical condition, some people are questioning the decision to chase the driver through a busy residential area. And police chases are on the rise.
New video, recorded by a witness and sent to CBS 2 Investigates, shows police chase after a Nissan Altima on 31st Avenue near 34th Street Wednesday. The driver of the Nissan later crashed into a 39-year-old cyclist.
He was really in bad shape.
Just outside Julia Murata's salon at 31st Avenue and Crescent Street.
I really honestly think that chasing after in a residential area, I think it's not really safe for the pedestrians and people that are walking, kids. There are a lot of kids here living here, so I think it's very it's not really a safe thing to do.
About police chases to the streets of New York City. It comes after a cyclist in Queens was struck and killed Tuesday night by a truck that officers were pursuing. Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu is live in Astoria this afternoon with the story. Janice.
Hi there. People in this neighborhood are still shaken up over what happened Tuesday. And here behind me is a growing memorial. People have brought candles and flowers and a picture of Amanda as well. And as you mentioned, this once again ignites the conversation about police pursuits in the city. And advocates say these are simply dangerous and they should not be happening at all.
I agree 250%. Hey, Mr. Five here. And we were talking about police pursuits and sort of the persistence of stopping crime, right? And if you endanger or hurt somebody. You know what I look at it as? And as always, my co-host here, Tracy, who's behind the scenes in the green room. Say hi, Tracy.
Hello, Tracy.
So, in these police pursuits, I look at it like, remember that scene from The Boys? When, what was the speed kid name? The black kid. And he ran through what's named girlfriend and was like, that was the first episode. And it was like, oh, I was on my way to go catch somebody who was robbing a bank. And it was like, oh, it's okay then. Like, oh, okay, you murdered my girlfriend, but on the way to this. Like, this woman was ran over. You seen that car, how fast they were going? And he smacked her with the car when she was on a bike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it. Like, one...
No, she was under that car because her bike was under the car.
It was horrible. Number two... If you're pursuing, yeah, but it wasn't just him that killed her. It was like, who's more guilty?
Police.
Because you shouldn't be chasing him in a city where he's gonna be endangering the welfare of the citizens, right? So he wouldn't be getting away at that speed if he wasn't chasing him at that speed. Like, there's no way you can run. You got foot officers, you got helicopters, you got drones, you got horses, you got scanners, you got undercover cops, you got all these levels of entrapment. And you should pursue to get into an ego race with this person and chase them down. Listen, I've seen cops in the past run over project gates, chase people through the hood, like in the hallways, like on motorcycles. Like, it'd be enough to catch this person if you do it in a safe way because your concern is that no one else in the community or nobody else will get harmed. But the way they do it, it's
I'm
like
a cyclist myself. I commute into
they
the
don't
city.
care about
I go down that street.
It's crazy.
You know, I've crossed that avenue many times.
A memorial marks the place where Amanda Servadio was killed Tuesday night while on her bike. The 36-year-old was an avid cyclist, according to her profile on an exercise app.
I was just looking at the memorial there. It was very sad. There are lots of cyclists, very pedestrian-friendly neighborhood normally. My partner and I have lived here for a while now. 33rd Street prior, and there are always cars just kind of racing by.
Authorities say this all started when officers tried to pull the driver of a pickup truck over for a burglary. The driver fled from police, hit several police cars, and surveillance video shows the truck slamming into Servadio at 37th Street and 34th Avenue, sending her and her bike flying into the air. The three people in the truck eventually ditched the car and fled. Investigators say the license plate was covered, but it led them to an address on Staten Island.
Police chases just absolutely should not exist in New York City, and they're against NYPD policy for a reason. Because when there are cars careening and speeding down city streets, it's dangerous.
Advocates with transportation alternatives say,
Okay, that's 100% true, right? How many times have you seen incidences of cops chasing people in a hood to no regard to any public safety?
More times than I can count.
That's crazy, Like I've just seen so many incidences of people trying to steal vehicles, and then you remember when the police just set people up with the cars, like to steal them? They would leave them open, have and then they would jam them in between two cars, so they would actually try to watch the person. So you put this person in a predicament where now they have to try to escape, and then as they're damaging the cars to get away, that gives you a greater charge to give that person, but it also gives you more damage to add up to your report. It's like you're staging a scenario to snare someone into doing something and then holding them accountable for that. The chasing somebody is they already did it. You're already in the pursuit. Your job is to safely capture them, but it's not with the police. They're just gonna run you down and move as fast as you want. I don't know. I think it needs to be illegal and it needs to be enforcement when it's done.